Hey guys, it's Tina here. Welcome back to another nail video. I'm back with a tutorial today and I'm going to be showing you two different animal print designs. One is going to be a cow print and the other is a tortoise shell. Both of these I feel like are pretty popular at the moment. I feel like they keep popping up on my Instagram feed and I see them all over Pinterest. And so I'm going to show you how to do like the basic sort of like full nail designs with that print and other variations and how you can change it up to make different nail art designs. So let's get into it. And I'm going to be showing you how to recreate these designs on my silicone hand. Look how realistic it looks. In my previous nail videos, I asked you guys to help me name it, and a lot of you guys suggested The Thing, you know, from the Addams Family. So I think I'm going to go with The Thing. So she's making an appearance today. And first we're going to start off with the cow print. So for this design, I'm using some art gel from Ageha. These are like these pot gels. I think you guys have seen me use it before. So this one's white and this one's black. And for the pink that I use for the base, it's the Angel Pro Jelly Polish in number 189. As for the tools, you can use like dotting tools like this. They just have like a little round ball at the end and it normally comes in different sizes. There's actually like different sizes on each end. They're pretty inexpensive, you can find them online. Otherwise, if you don't have a dotting tool like this, you can use an orange wood stick or even a toothpick. Okay, so first I'm going to apply the base color. So I'm going to do a couple of nails with a full solid cow print and then the others with a bit of pink at the base. So normally if you're doing this on yourself, you want to prep your nail beds. And especially if you're using gel, you want to make sure there's no cuticle on the nail bed, it's all clean, and you give it a light buff so that it removes the natural shine and oil. And then you would normally apply base coat, but because I'm using nail tips, I'm just going to go in straight with the color. So I'm just going to do a full solid white in some of the nails. And then I'm just going to cure that under the lamp for 60 seconds. And then I'm just going to do another coat like you normally would with any sort of gel color. You would do 2 coats. Once that lays cured, I'm going to grab my dotting tool and just dip it into the black gel, just so that there's a thin coat of that on the ball. And then I'm just going to start to just apply random spots. See how it's a perfect circle? We kind of don't want that, so we just kind of like maneuver it around, create some random spots. So you can do some big ones, small ones, space them out a little bit, but yeah, they don't have to be perfect. The beauty of this design is that it's pretty random, so it's hard to mess it up. Also, feel free to change the size of the dotting tool if you want to create some smaller ones. I think it's nice to have a mix of some bigger spots and then some smaller ones. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to use my little pin cure light. This is like a pink light. It's a little torch that helps me just to flash cure the design in case I bump it or mess it up. And then after I do all the fingers that I want to decorate, I can just pop it under the UV lamp to fully cure. And I'm going to repeat the same process on the middle finger. For the other remaining fingers, I'm going to apply the pink polish. I'm going to pop 2 coats of that on and then show you like different variations that you can do with the cow print. So it doesn't have to be a full solid one. You can really change it up and play around with the design. For this ring finger, I'm going to show you how to create this sort of design where the cow print is just kind of peeking through. I guess it's like a abstract French tip, maybe you can call that. So it's really easy to do. You just need to paint the white down first. And you can create any shape that you want. That's the size I'm going to go for. Cure that and do 2 coats of that as well. And now because I'm working with a smaller area, I'm just going to use the smaller dotting tool that I have. You can use a toothpick for this as well. And I'm just doing the same thing, creating spots, but a little bit smaller now. And then I'm just going to flash cure that. Now you can leave it like that if you want something a little bit more simple, but I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of glitter and just outline that white area. The gel I'm using is from T-Gel and it's like a silver glitter, code D022, and I'm just using like a small fine art brush, like a nail art brush. And then I'm just going to slowly trace around the white area. On this finger, I'm going to do a similar thing, but I'll just show you like another variation. So I've created two areas with the cow print, and I'm just going to do a little bit more and add some lines just to create a different sort of design. Again, I'm using the line art brush, and I'm just drawing two thin lines around each cow print area. This may take a little bit more practice for some people, but the lines don't have to be perfect. It just adds to the design, making it a little bit more abstract. And to tie it in with the other nail, since I added some silver glitter, this time I'm just going to add some silver spots as well. So that's what the nail's looking like. I'm really happy with how that turned out, so I'm just going to cure that. On the thumb, I'll show you another different design you can do. I'm going to be painting on the same pink base color, 2 coats of this. Okay, so for this nail, I want to do like a love heart cow print, and I want it at the center of the nail. So I'm just going to quickly mark out roughly where the center or the love heart should be. Then I'm going to grab my dotting tool. I'm using the largest tool that I have, and I'm just going to create 2 dots on either side of that little marking that I made. So I'm going to slowly make it a little bit bigger just by swirling it around. Okay, so that's what it's looking like so far. To make the love heart, I'm just using that little liner brush that I used before, and I'm just going to draw a V. And I'm just going to fill that in and just drag that white gel just to cover up that area to create a love heart. I'm just going to try to perfect the edges just to make it a little bit more even. Alrighty, I'm quite happy with my love heart. I'm going to flash cure that. Then I can go in and create the black cow print spots. Next, I'm going to outline the love heart with the silver glitter. So this is what the love heart is looking like. You can leave it at that, or if you want to be a little bit extra, I'm actually going to add a white border around the nail using the same liner brush. Now when doing this, I would recommend using a liner brush that's not too short. The longer it is, the easier it is to drag and create a line. So I'm just going to draw a border around the nail. I made a little mistake here, so I'm just going to use a little brush, a clean gel brush with some gel cleaner or remover on it, just to wipe away any boo-boos. So because we're working with gel, it doesn't dry until you cure it, so you have a lot of play time. Alrighty, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to cure it, and that's what the design looks like. Once I'm done, I'm going to quickly apply the Kiara Sky top coat, and I'm just going to do that to all of the designs, and I'll show you the final look. So this is the end result. As you can see, there's lots of different variations you can do once you know how to do the regular cow print. You can really change it up, alter the design, and just make it a little bit different depending on what style you want. Here's some more simple variations. You can do half the nail with cow print and do like a glitter liner in the center, or even just like a regular French tip but with cow print instead of just the regular white. Now I'm going to show you how to create this tortoise shell pattern. For this pattern, these are the colors I'll be using: black, a brown, and a yellow. And I'll also be using the same dotting tools. You can also use some gel brushes as well if you don't want to use the dotting tools. So first I'm just going to pop all the colors onto my little palette, because we're going to do a little bit of mixing. So I feel like working off a palette is easier. So first what I'm going to do is paint on the yellow color first. Just remember, if you're doing this on yourself, you want to apply a base coat first. So for this now, I'm just going to show you how to create the tortoise pattern first, and then afterwards I'll show you different variations just like I did with the other hand. Now for this yellow, you only need 1 coat, and I'm actually going to mix a little bit of brown into that yellow and then just create random splotches. I haven't cured the gel either, so we're working with like the wet gel underneath. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. So far, pretty easy. Now I'm gonna grab my dotting tool, dip into the brown, and then just create more random splotches. I'm kind of building up on those areas that I added a bit of brown to the yellow before, so just swirl that around. And again, I haven't cured it, I'm just literally adding these colors on top. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just layering all the colors, so then that can kind of create all that depth, you see? I'm just gonna swirl it into the yellow. Okay, so this obviously doesn't have to be perfect. You can just mix it around as you please, and then once you're ready, grab the black. This will add more depth to it, and you just again want to mix it in with the brown. I feel like it's kind of like makeup, you know, you just want to layer and add little by little. I feel like I need more brown, so I'm just gonna go in with the brown. Just gonna pop that around the black. I'm just grabbing a smaller dotting tool and it's clean, and I'm just using this to swirl and mix the colors around. Okay, so I'm liking how that's looking, but you can see I still have a bit of space around this yellow, so I'm going to grab my small dotting tool. You can use a toothpick as well, but I'm just going to push the color to the cuticle just so that it looks nice and it doesn't look a little bit empty. Around the edges as well, you just want to make sure it's covered. Alrighty, so I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, you can keep swirling it around, keep moving it around until you're happy with the pattern. But basically, you kind of just want some darker areas, and then around the black you should put a little bit of brown, and then it should sort of merge in with the yellow. There's no really right or wrong. You can kind of really play around with this, and you know, you can make the darker areas smaller or bigger. It's kind of up to you. So I'm going to cure that because I'm quite happy with it. Now I'm going to do a different variation with the Tortoise Shell. I'm going to apply a nude color. This one is Bare Skin from Kiara Sky. I'm applying 2 coats of this color, and then I'm going to paint on the yellow color first. This is going to be a different take on a French tip. So I just mapped out a rough shape that I like. Now I'm just going to go in with a bit of brown mixed with the yellow. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in some brown spots with my dotting tool. Just gonna swirl that around, mix it in with the yellow, then add in the black. I'm gonna go back in with the brown, and again, just kind of blend and merge all those colors together. Next, I'm going to go in with this T-Gel Vintage Gold Metal Gel, and I'm just going to line the perimeters of that little French tip area that I created. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I'm going to cure it. For this color, I've already applied the nude gel. Now I'm going to create a tortoise shell border. So I'm going to start off with the yellow, and I'm just going to create a rough outline around the nail. So it should look something like this. Now I'm just gonna build up the brown. And I'm just gonna begin to mix that together a little bit. So you see a little bit less yellow, so everything kind of merges together. Then we can go in with a little bit of black. Then I'm just going to swirl everything together, merge it a little bit better, and also kind of create a more defined outline. So that's what it's looking like. To perfect it a little bit more, I'm just going to go in with a clean brush and some gel cleanser and just clean up those edges. Okay, so I'm really happy with how that turned out. You can leave it like this if you want something like more minimalistic, but you know me, I can get a little bit extra, so I'm actually going to apply a little chain, just a gold one like this in the center. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of like a builder gel or a base gel. So just a thick consistency gel that will help secure the chain. And I'm just gonna use my little tweezers to pop that on and position it where I want it to sit. All right, so that's looking quite bougie. I'm going to flash cure that. Wow, I actually really like this one. I feel like I should have done it myself. For the pinky, I'm going to make the tortoise pattern cover maybe like 2/3 of the nail. So just do what I normally do. So for this section around the cuticle, I'm going to paint in a clear base gel, and I'm going to pop some gold foil over it. Okay, I was expecting that line of gold foil to be a little bit more straight, but I'm going to try to just clean it up by using some tape. See if I can remove any of that excess foil. Yes, it does work. Okay, so that's the pinky done. Let's move on to the thumb. For the thumb, I'm going to do a sort of swirl design. So I'm going to map out the shape where I want the tortoise shell with the yellow, and then go in with the brown and the black and just blend and merge that together. Once I'm happy with the colors and how it's looking, I'm just going to define that curve a little bit more using my liner brush, making sure you can kind of see that swirl shape a bit better. Then I'm going to clean it up with a brush and some gel cleanser just to get a nice defined line. Then I'm ready to flash cure it. And then with my liner brush, I'm just going to create a line around that curve. And I'm using my black gel. Oh my god, I was like holding my breath to get that line. I'm gonna flash cure it. And then to tie it in with the rest, because all of the other nails have gold, I'm just gonna add in some studs, just like that. And then I'm going to flash cure it and then apply top coat on each of the fingers. So this is what the tortoise shell designs look like. I tried to create different designs so you can get some inspiration, but you can see how versatile it is once you know the fundamentals and basics. You could literally do all sorts of designs and nail art with this. For example, you can see on my hands, I did 3 spots instead of like 4. So if you want it to look more spaced out and you want more of that light yellowy color, you can just change it up. Let me know which print you like the best and which nail. I feel like I'm vibing more with my tortoise shell thumb and my cow print index finger. Also recently I did start my nail course, so your girl is officially a student again. It actually feels really nice to like go back to school to learn a new skill, and especially something that I really like and enjoy as a hobby. Maybe one day I'll even open up my own nail salon and get to do your nails. That might be ages away, but for now, stay tuned for more nail videos. I hope today's video has given you some nail inspo for the next time you do your nails. If you do recreate any of these designs, make sure to tag me because I'd love to see your work. And for those of you who are new to my channel, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on any future uploads. And yeah, I guess that's it for me. I shall speak to you guys next time. Bye! What if I just pose like this? Could you tell? What's really cool is like you can bend her fingers as well. Hey guys, it's Tina here.